do this like squashed face to reach the camera to start videos. Oh, hi there, and welcome to episode 9 of LitFilmFest Classrooms Does Ancient Sports Academy, where we get you to bring back an historical sport back to life through writing instructions for an online video that you can film in tomorrow's lesson. In today's lesson, we are going to be editing and improving our in-depth instructions. Now, this is where young and old Wimpole actually want to be involved with us again. They've had a good sleep across the week, so over to them to give us lots of advice about how to edit and improve your work. Take it away, boys.
Step 17. Work out how the typewriter works.
Oh, Wimpole, what the dickens are you doing? You're spoiling my how to improve your work together video.
What are we still doing here?
Just sit down.
Why haven't we finished yet? I've got loads to improve on my work.
Put down.
Look, well, I haven't even managed to get any milk yet. When are we going to be finished here?
Well, we're not going quite yet. We've still got a job to do. We've still got to get these guys improving their work, and then we can go, okay?
Right, fine. Let's do it. Welcome back to A Tale Unfolds with me, Old Wimpole, and Young Wimpole. We're going to give you some tips on how to improve your work. I'll type them, and you explain them.
Okay. Begin by reading your work with expression.
Slow down.
Begin.
Faster.
Begin by reading your work out loud with expression, in the way that you think it should be read. Does the punctuation you've included match how you read it? Now look at any sentences that didn't flow. Were there any that were unclear or confusing? Could you make it more precise? What could you say in 5 words instead of 10? Up-level your work. Could you rephrase something, choose better vocabulary, or change the punctuation to make it more interesting or succinct? What a great list! I hope you're getting them all down, old Wimpole. Let's just look at how you can effectively peer edit, shall we? Make it clear that you're going to take turns. Who goes first and then next? Be eager to listen to ideas rather than just giving your own. You don't want to be talking over one another. It won't be productive. You want to make people feel valued, otherwise they won't share their thoughts. No one in the class knows everything. No one, which means people need to give and take criticism.
I really love that, but I think maybe you could change this word here. Yes. That's good. I like that.
Think about how to phrase your criticism. Make it positive. Empathize with each other.
I've been looking for some criticism on mine.
Be prepared to take criticism. Ask for it and learn to improve. Be willing to change and listen to why you should change something. Brilliant, and that's all you need. Did you get them all down, or Wimpole?
No. What? Have we started yet? Was that something about milk?
Thank you for that, boys. There was lots of milk. So many mentions of milk. That was fascinating. So the first activity I'd like you to do is just look over your writing that you have done so far in the project in episodes 7 and 8. I want you to pick one sentence that you are particularly proud of. What do you think really pops out to you and makes that a very good sentence? And really think now about what makes that a good sentence. This is what writers and authors should be encouraged to do, is actually what makes you a good writer. What you'll then do after knowing that is you'll do more of that, or you will do it more in the future. So really reflect now upon your writing and think, why is that a good piece of writing and why am I proud of it? And maybe you can do it a bit more in the rest of your writing, not too much, because if it was, I really like the way I use brackets in that sentence, you don't want to every sentence to have a bracket, otherwise it's going to be really hard and very repetitive to read. So you want to do a bit more, but not too much more, basically. So in today's lesson, we really want you to think about making sure that there are no mistakes in your writing. Go over it with a fine toothpick or comb or whatever you use to pick parts of you. There isn't a nose pick, is there? Don't use a nose pick to go over your writing, please. That would be gross. Now, what we want you to do is read through your writing very carefully, and often rehearsing is a good way of actually editing your work. So if you rehearse each paragraph of your writing, then you know what works, what doesn't work, which word is out of place. Sometimes just reading a sentence out loud helps you to edit. We call this, at LitFilmFest, we call this editing on the fly. It often is just, we don't edit on a little fly. Not like you have to grab a fly and put your writing on it and edit while it's on it. No, don't do that. But editing on the fly is where you are just about to record it, you read it out and realise the sentence doesn't make as much sense as the one that you would have had in your head. And it's a really good way of actually editing your work to make sure it's easy to speak out loud. So read and rehearse and prepare your paragraphs based off all of the advice that we've given in the videos, ready to film tomorrow. I'm also going to add lots of sentence types at the end of this video, and lots of other advice, in terms of the slides that we've done across the last 9 lessons that we've done together. So you've got lots of ideas about different sentences and ideas that you can put into any of your writing, just to bring it to life, make sure it's got a good structure to it. And then finally, because this is your last piece of writing, write up neatly as well, so it's easy to read and celebrate and also film with. How are you going to present your writing so it's really clear? I'm not going to necessarily tell you how to present it, because we've talked a lot about it over the last few lessons. Look at the examples that we've put up on the board now and think about why they're well presented. We've talked about subtitles, making sure that they're underlined, and bullet points and numbering. But what is about the fonts and the colours? And even we don't get taught this enough in school, and I'm not particularly good at this, but Simon at LitFilmFest is very good at this, is actually making sure there is like blank space, and that allows your brain to rest a bit. It's not all just writing. Like, imagine a wall just full of writing. It'd be too much, wouldn't it? Oh, there's so much writing there, I can't even take it in, I don't want to start reading it. But if you put little pockets of just blank space, it just gives the brain a bit of space to relax and enjoy and really focus on what's there. So have a look at the instructions that are up on the board now. Think about all of those things that we've been talking about, and after this we want you to be prepared for filming tomorrow. So make sure you've rehearsed your speech, it's nice and clear and clearly written up, and you've peer edited it with someone else in the closest vicinity. Be it an invisible friend, an actual friend, maybe online, maybe email them. Email it to us, we'd love to read it as well. And then finally, for tomorrow, think about which props and costumes you might want to get together to make your presentation amazing. You've got some preparation time ready for tomorrow's lesson, so use that wisely. Maybe make a little list. That's what you might want to do. When you've edited your work and you're very happy with it and really proud of it and added little illustrations in and stuff like that, you can send it to us at LitFilmFest on Twitter, info@LitFilmFest on the email, and on the old Facebook page, LitFilmFest Classrooms. Thank you very much. I'm going to go edit on a fly now. Take care, everyone.